vamos a hacer en español o inglés.
English. About, I love doing this in English. I feel smart sometimes, but I'm gonna tell a little story before I show who my guests are. About maybe a little bit more than 3 years ago, I caught wind of a Puerto Rican champion of the welterweight division in this strange promotion called BKFC, Bareknuckle Fighting, and I saw his fight, was very impressed, and I honestly thought that this Puerto Rican lived in, I don't know, Miami or someplace in Florida or on the East Coast. So I did my research and found out this guy not only lives in Maunabo, Puerto Rico, he trains there and does his fight camps there. So I invited him. We talked about that win, that championship he had, and we became friends. After that, I went to Knucklemania 2, I think. It was the Platinum Mike Sperry's debut, and we have formed a friendship. On this time span, he lost his championship, fought against the biggest asshole in the world, Luis Palomino. No, I'm kidding. He's a great guy, but I'm mad at him. Luis Palomino.
He should have fought me.
Yeah. And I hate this guy so much, Luis Palomino, that when he fought Trout, I was confused because in on one side I hate Luis Palomino because he beat my personal Boricua friend, and Trout beat another Puerto Rican idol, Miguel Cotto, in boxing. Trout won. He's the current welterweight champ. And my friend had a fight this past weekend. And against not against all odds, but people were doubting you. It's the truth.
Yes.
You got a very quick knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, recibamos con un fuerte aplauso a Elvin Brito.
¿Cómo está, mi gente? Seguimos, mira, el título viene para... El título vuelve a Puerto Rico pronto. Si quieren o no, porque tienen que ponerme a pelear y cuando peleen le va a pasar lo mismo porque ya...
Okay, what's two things can happen here, realistically speaking. Or I'm sure more than two things can happen, but I think that the audience would pay to see two fights. Another fight with Palomino, which I think is feasible. You did a lot of people think a lot of people would think you won.
Yeah, a lot of people know that I won. Yeah,
but even non-Boricuas.
Yep. Everybody that was there, they saw what happened. It was dirty.
Another thing that could happen after your impressive win is facing Trout.
Yeah.
But Trout looked super sleek, super amazing against Palomino.
Well, they boxed. They boxed though. You know, they never had a fight. This is Bareknuckle Fighting Championship, and it was a big mistake. He had the opportunity to bring him in there and put him in a situation he's never been in, and he didn't.
Trout?
No, Palomino.
Okay.
He had an opportunity to put Trout in a situation he'd never been in, but he didn't. He took him to the realm where he was comfortable. He boxed with him in a Bareknuckle fight.
What strategies or what do you implement that would be a different scenario than what Palomino did to Trout?
Well, listen, when I fought Julio Garcia, and he was a world champion too. And when he came into Bareknuckle, he was like, "Oh, I fought some of the best guys. I fought with Mayweather. I've done all this stuff. He can't show me nothing I've never seen." When the fight ended, he said, "I thought we were gonna box." I'm like, "Welcome to BKFC. This is fighting. We're fighting. We're not gonna." The same thing, Palomino, after the fight, he was like, "Man, I thought Elvin was gonna fight." He dogged in there. I'm like, "Bro, we're fighting."
What's different? Because I think, obviously I've never fought, but offensively, it's pretty similar to boxing. Defensively, maybe not, because there's anything can come in, right?
It's completely different. Because, listen. This is before I left. My dad was like, "Hey," my dad used to be a boxer. My dad's like, "Hey, Elvin, go out there and establish a job." I'm like, "Dad, no. I'm not gonna establish no job. This isn't boxing. I'm gonna go in there and I'm
Explain.
gonna fuck this dude up.
Explain, why isn't it boxing?
Because I don't have to establish my job. There's 2 minutes to fight. I don't have to set up any game plan. All I have to do is be better than you. There's no time to set up a game plan.
When people
Yeah.
talk,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry to be cutting you
No,
off.
it cut me off.
When people say establish the jab, it means like
We're not playing the long game.
Like
Tócalo
establish a
con el
distance.
jab, sí. Tócalo con el jab, toma tu tiempo. Suave, sí. We're not boxing. Cuando tú peleas conmigo, ¡pah! ¡Ta, ta, 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 ta! ¡Pah! A 10 minutos. Porque nosotros no vamos a pelear 48 minutos. Una pelea de boxeo es 48 minutos. Nosotros estamos 10 minutos y nos vamos a joder. No va a ser boxeo.
For people that maybe haven't seen a BKF or a bare knuckle fighting, it's 5 2-minute rounds. It's explosive.
Nobody got time for that.
From the first second till the last second. Emma, wow, espérate. Señoras y señores, let's give a warm welcome to the juggernaut Lorenzo.
Oh, he's right here.
Okay.
The champ, baby.
Let's talk about
What's up, man?
final seconds, because you in your have you fought against after the Richman fight?
Remember Chris Camozzi?
Okay.
Yeah, he fought
Defended
Chris Camozzi.
205
Yep.
belt.
Okay, but let's talk about the Richman fight.
legendary
When did you
knockdown.
knock him out? In the last second of the
Yeah,
first?
like under 4 seconds of the first round. It was like right before the bell ended.
Okay, so other knockouts at the end. Pacquiao got knocked out at the end of the sixth when he fought against Marquez. I think the third or fourth time.
Yeah, this weekend.
But this weekend,
Ha, ha, ha.
at the final second of the fifth round,
Crazy.
Max Holloway knocked Justin Gaethje out.
Yeah.
What do you think when you see a fighter like give it his all
Oh.
till the last second, like you did?
It's perfect. That's what I do. So a lot of guys, they drop their guard. When they hear the 10 seconds, they're like, oh, I'm almost out of here. Oh, it's almost over. But it's not over yet. It's not over. And so the person who has a killer instinct and who wants to finish it and wants to finish and wants to fight even beyond that bell, he'll be still fighting when the bell rings. But the guy who hears the 10 seconds bell and he's like, oh, thank God. Yeah, he's doomed.
What
doomed.
an amazing fight.
Yeah,
It was like people were doubting Holloway.
yeah.
Him coming up.
And he did it exactly
Yeah,
like I do
Justin
it.
Gaethje's a damn
Low.
dude.
High. When you hit low, the hands come down, over the top, money.
Oh, I thought when you were talking about he did it how I do it, I thought you were talking about weight management. Because
So,
this next this next weekend, right? No, this weekend, not the
The next
other
one.
one.
Yeah.
Weekend after the next, yeah.
You're gonna be fighting for another belt in a third division. You're gonna be, if you win this, you become the first 3-division champ.
ever in history.
Can you please explain how do you
Um,
how heavy will you be and how do you do that?
Right now, I'm 235. I'm a bigger guy, always have been. Elvin and this whole Monabo Puerto Rico thing, the heat, the humidity he's always helped me manage weight. We're eating guanabana. Did I say it right? Or sour sop. We're drinking from the coconuts, and when I come here, I'm always around 225. And then Elvin, I have to be 185 for my championship fights. So Elvin just runs me every day up and down the mountain. We spar 2-3 times a day. We swim every day. And Puerto Rico has been so lucky, such good luck for me. It's like, I love it here. And anything I want to do with my body, I can do it here.
But do you find we're not such big boxers? How do you manage finding sparring partners that will look like this guy, the 27th?
Because that's the old school thinking, that you need to find somebody exactly like the person you're fighting so that you can get better and you can get used to it. All I need is 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. It's all the same. You have a punch, he has a punch. You duck, he duck. It doesn't matter if he's big and fat. It doesn't matter if he's little. If I can move when you punch, if I can get away from Elvin's punch, he can never touch me. Never touch me. So I can spar with anybody. I can spar with children. I can spar with teenagers. I can spar with, it doesn't matter, because when I get in the ring, he can't touch me.
So you can learn stuff from a guy who's clearly not on your level.
Yeah, my reflexes have to be faster in order to dodge smaller fighters, in order to hang in there. They have better gas, better reflexes, better technique. The smaller they are. The bigger they are, they're suckers. The bigger they are, they're softer. They throw less punches. They don't fight as hard. They take more breaks. So fighting smaller guys and pushing myself, pushing the pace, going 10 and 12 rounds with smaller, fast, smart guys is better than wrestling around with a fat guy.
Okay, let's go back to Brito. I'm gonna show these guys your finish.
All right.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Was this ring smaller?
Hacho, sí, 16 pies, 16 feet. It's
What's
way
the
small,
usual?
Like 40% smaller. The usual is 28 feet. It was like 60. It was like almost 50% the size.
Did it
I loved
benefit
it.
you?
I really wish they would let me fight like that every time, because the new style that I developed, if you see, as soon as I came out, I'm not circling, I'm not going in and out. And when I threw my combinations, I stood there. I didn't move. And there was one time where he went to punch me and he's like, nah. And he stopped. But like, because you could tell that I'm not, you got to move me. Now I'm not just going to move. That's something that I kind of, like I said, it's a remnant from a past life. That's something that I brought from MMA, because I've always been a high-level striker. And in MMA, if you're that good of a striker, they're going to take you down. So that was a way for me to mitigate the takedowns. But, you know, sparring with guys like Lorenzo, going with some of the best guys in the world, and just the way that we train, I'm like, wait a minute. What am I doing? Why am I wasting my time going in circles? He can't hit me when I stand in front of him. So I'm going to stand in front of him, and I can hit him. So I plan on getting nothing but knockouts. I want to fight in that ring, because the fight is more decisive. There's less boxing. It's more fighting. It's more fighting because it's less decisive. It's more decisive in that small ring. We don't get to play. We don't get to establish your jab. You got to fight me.
Let's watch the finish. He's fucking done.
Yeah.
You're saying he's fucking done. Do you think
done, bro?
Do you think this was a late stoppage?
Yeah, because the first punch stunned him. Like if you watch when he got done, he got up
done.
like
he's fucking done.
And I hit him hard as hell. It takes a lot of concentration to be able to hit him that hard while talking to the ref at the same time. But when he got up, he was still laying there when I let go of him, and he got up like when you get hit hard like that, you turn into a little kid. He's like,
What'd I do? Where are we?
you know, he don't know where he's at. People are like, why didn't he take a knee? I'm like, he was done. That's why he didn't take a knee. He couldn't take a knee. He was laying up against the fence. I'm gonna tell you right now, Jafar he's a good fighter. You know, I don't know him personally, but he is a good fighter. He was undefeated before he fought me. He knocked everybody out before me. But there's levels to this, you know, and I'm at the top level. I've been BKS.
Have your recent decisions that have not gone your way influenced this new style?
Yes, because I can't let them take him from me. After what happened in Miami, it was a big mistake for me.
When you say Miami, you mean Palomino fight?
Yes. After what they did to me in Miami, I made a huge mistake. My big mistake was going, I don't need to change anything. I won. But when I fought in Omaha, I lost another close decision. It should have. I didn't lose that fight. At worst, it should have been a tie. But somehow, he won. And after that, I was like, I can't do the same anymore. Now I put myself in a position where I have 2 fights, 2 losses in a row. And this is everybody that I got people that come and do training camps with me, and I always keep it real with everybody. That's people love me and people hate me for the same thing, because I tell them what I see. And I know when you're in that position. The last time we had a fighter in my camp doing that, I told him, listen, you got 2 losses in a row. If you lose again, if you go out there and do the same exact thing and you lose again, don't talk to me about winning a belt. Don't talk to me about any championships.
Whoa.
You have to, don't just give up, because you can't even
String together.
You got to do something different. So I know that I got to do something different. So I looked at my fights. I looked at my even some of my best mixed martial art fights, and I was immediately disappointed. And
how come?
Because even back then,
even victories.
Yes. Even some of my greatest wins. When I fought Patrick Sinoble, it was my comeback after I got my arm broken in Puerto Rico. I had a year off. I had to come back, and it was a huge win. I was 263 in the world at my peak, out of the top 8,000. And I was at my peak, and even at my peak, I was moving when I didn't have to. I could have just knocked him out. You know?
Man.
I could have just knocked him out. But so
You know,
that's when I
Elvin.
yep.
Do you agree?
Man, yeah, look, when I met Elvin, you know, he has the most cardio of anybody I've ever seen. This guy beats me up the mountain every day, lives on the mountain. This guy can go all day, all night, spar with everybody, spar with me, land vicious shots. He has the whole toolbox, right? And then you go to the fight, and he takes it easy on him. And I'm screaming, kill him. Just kill him so we can go home. Yeah, just do it. Just kill him because he doesn't have to. Remember when I first met Elvin, he carried a goat up the hill. He has the goat on his back. Yeah. He does not have to be nice. He does not have to box. He does not have to
try being nice.
He never gets tired. He doesn't have to let the round in. But he does.
Why does this happen? Why did this used to happen?
Well, that's because it's a new sport when I came in. And I came into it trying to develop a new style. And it was just playing it safe because I got knocked out of my second fight. And I knew that one punch could make a huge difference. And it's just me going full circle because now I'm back to my old me. This is how I used to fight. I was known for that as an amateur. I would just beat people down. I had one of my training partners that's been with me since the beginning. His name's Joe Voidic, and we started training the same day. I was like, Joe, you got to come to this fight because we're gonna give this dude an old school pack style beat down like we used to back in the day. We're gonna make him quit.
Make him quit.
And
baby.
he's like, okay, let's go. And when he came with, he's cornering me. When we went into the studio, he's like, whoa, feels like the old days. I'm like,
boy.
watch.
Hey, can we speak? Since you said make him quit, can we talk a little bit about Subir Matias? Have you been following this guy's career?
No, I've heard a lot of good things about him.
This is I wanna have a minute because I know a lot of fight fans watch this, and Subir Matias is one of the champions at 140 at boxing, regular boxing. His last 6, he killed a guy.
Oh, I know about
Really?
this guy. I know about
Oh,
this
the guy died.
He killed a Russian fighter.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And his only loss, I think right now he's like 19-1. His first loss was right after he killed the guy.
yeah,
Because I guess
it works.
you're
like that.
traumatized.
Listen, it happens every time.
But his only loss, he avenged it. And since that avengement, every of his last 6 fights, people just don't come back from their corners.
Yeah, he's been beating them.
People are quitting on this guy. And he has a fight in Manatí.
Yep.
And everyone should go. It's here in Puerto Rico.
I don't know much about him, but I have seen the highlights.
Cachen ese cabrón.
I've seen the highlights, and when he hits,
yeah,
it looks like he's trying to kill the guy.
Yeah.
He hits him so hard. I'm like, he could,
and he has crazy eyes.
He hits hard.
That's one thing.
Like you can hear it.
Yeah,
you can hear it.
That's
like,
one thing. One thing about true skill. So you got a guy, he wants it really, really bad, and he's running around Puerto Rico, and he wants it every day. He wants it. And then you got another guy, maybe he works at McDonald's or Starbucks, and he's training, but it's not as serious. But when they start touching each other, the other guy knows. He's like, I shouldn't be here.
Yep.
And they'll go to the corner. His coach, they'll say, okay, no. And then everybody will agree, like, all right, yeah, let's get out of here before something bad happens.
Have you ever had that, what the fuck am I doing here, feeling on a ring? Professional fight talking?
So the thing with me was I never was a wrestler or a jiu-jitsu guy. Always had good hands. I did karate. So there's been times where I've taken fights because I never had nothing handed to me. I've always had to fight the best guys. And I've taken fights with guys that were high-level wrestlers, college-level wrestlers, and guys that are black belts in jiu-jitsu. And soon as we get down in that ground and I'm trying to work out of triangles and I'm trying to get my arm back and the guy's on my neck, and I've had that thought like, why the fuck did I take this fight?
Okay.
But only then. As long as we're standing up, I'm a shark. I know you can't touch me. You can't hurt me. I'm going to eat you.
Who do you like a lot in MMA right now?
The last guy we were just talking about, he did his thing.
Holloway.
He's a big stepper. And then the Indian guy,
Brazilian dude?
Yeah, the Brazilian dude.
I like Pereira.
Yeah,
The
Alex
way he
Pereira.
punches.
Yeah, he's a solid character. He's
Yes.
stone. He
But there's
grunts.
something like-
He grunts when he talks.
Yeah.
Like a damn caveman. Yeah,
He's a
he's something
character.
out the past.
And he doesn't smile.
Yeah.
Not only
nothing.
that,
Yeah,
but
he's all- he's
he
stoned.
is very skilled. He does. You would think maybe he's like not smart, but he is He's very skilled.
he's
Even that
stone-faced.
knockout was a very subtle. He put his hand on his hand. He put his hand on his hand, and the guy just kind of fell asleep for a second. Boom, knocked him
Yeah,
out.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
clean. Yeah,
It was very clean, very calculated. It was evil.
Yeah, so even when he was going through all of that back and forth with Izzy, he always was like
woof.
just stone face,
Yes.
killer,
Yeah.
just the whole time.
That guy's scary.
That's a lot to deal with.
You got it. He's
guy's scary.
I like him more every fight.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about after your 40-second victory. You talked like a master. You asked for Trout.
Yes.
And I think
Yes.
that's a possibility. Do conversations happen right after the fight with
Yeah.
like David Feldman or
See,
something
this
like
is
that?
this is the biggest problem right now. This is why probably they won't want to give me Trout. They want him to rematch Palomino.
They want you?
No,
or him?
they want the rematch for Palomino, which sucks because when I lost to Palomino and it was controversial, they ran with the belt and never talked about it. But he got his ass kicked by Trout. But now they got to do a rematch.
Yeah, I think your fight was, I mean, respectfully to Palomino.
Come on, man.
Watch.
I'm not denying him what he's done. We were there.
We were there.
Come on,
We were
man.
there.
Stop playing me, bro.
Yeah. So what other fights could happen for you?
Bro, anybody. It don't matter who they put in front of me. It's all going to end up the same way.
You could fight in a month.
I was sparring yesterday. I did 3 rounds.
Yeah, he punched
but
me
like-
up real good.
Yeah.
We were sparring yesterday. I'm like, somebody got to push Lorenzo because they be scared of Lorenzo. You know, and Lorenzo's a scary ass. Look at him.
Yeah.
You don't
do BKFC realistically speaking, could they book a fight for in a month or are they you have to have a huge camp or 12 weeks?
I don't need a camp. Listen, I only need 4 weeks. I only need 4 weeks. And really, after 4 weeks, if like 4 weeks from now they don't have it, I only need 2 weeks. Because I'm always in the gym.
2 weeks?
I was in the gym on Monday trying to finish this training camp.
Right after
Tuesday,
his
Wednesday,
fight.
today.
Right
wow.
after his fight.
We
We're
train
running,
like
lifting weights. He's
we're
punching
training.
me in the stomach.
Like,
So you weren't there.
I didn't fly out to his fight just because I was
he's in the
deep
middle of his
in my
training
own
camp.
camp.
Got it.
And I
right
told him,
now,
don't worry
so-
about it because
yeah.
I'm going to take care of this dude. We'll be
Okay.
right back.
And so I stayed and we finished the thing, but I was laying there watching the fight. I knew what would happen because I know his true potential. I know how strong he's really is. He goes toe-to-toe with me. Neither one of us back up. And I got him by at least 60 pounds. And he'll go toe-to-toe with me like a madman. And I have trouble finding guys that are twice his size that will go toe-to-toe with me. Who'll
Really?
stand with me and bang. But Elvin's, he's all hard. That's why I never fear for him during his fights. The only thing I worry about is him taking it light on those guys. And he doesn't have to. He really doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Something sparked a new fire in you.
Well,
This-
yeah. And, you know.
Maybe
it's
your losses.
It did. And I'm getting cheated so long by and then where I was in Florida. Like the Florida Commission got a special place in my heart, you know. I hate them. I hate the judges. They ruined my career. Like I said, I was one of the top fighters in the world when I got to Florida, and they buried my career in bullshit decision after bullshit decision after bullshit decision. And they were part of my anger. And, you know, I watch the fights and I get mad just watching and just thinking about why I see myself get mad in the video and I get mad still. And I was like, that's good because I'm going to be pissed off the whole time till I get my belt back. And hopefully I get in a better mood because I might get the belt and still keep fucking everybody up because I'm really mad about it. I don't even mean to curse, but I just thinking about it makes me mad, you know?
It makes me happy to see him pissed off like this because believe it or not, one consistent thing about this sport is that the greats get cheated. They get cheated in the Olympics. They get cheated in Golden Gloves. They get cheated. Mayweather's been cheated. Mike Tyson got cheated. They get cheated, and then they come back furious. Yeah. Even me, when I fought Gustavo Trujillo, it was an early stoppage. Wow. The ref counted to 3, and I've already shown you what I can do when I get up. Just let me fight. And he stopped the fight like he did me a favor.
Can we talk about him a minute? He's no longer in the promotion.
Yeah, he ran from a potential rematch.
Well,
I offered the rematch immediately. I offered double or nothing, one purse. I made it sweet because I knew he got lucky. And if you watch the fight, he knew too. He ran away. I did it. He jumping around like a little girl.
I'd rather keep the claim to fame.
Yeah.
And then rather than fight me, because I know his mom and his girlfriend and all his coaches are telling him, no, you're young. You should keep practicing. You got away with murder. This guy's on a terror streak. And he won't fight me. So rather than fight me, he went to another organization, signed with another organization just so he can point back and say, yeah, I'm the only one that ever beat the best in the world.
Would you do that?
Absolutely. I've been waiting. That's all these knockouts. All those guys are Trujillo.
Okay, I have
All of them is him.
I remember.
Did you obviously you saw the Richman fight? Okay, last time you were here, we covered pretty intensely your victory against what's his first name? Mike Richman.
Yeah.
It was probably the most intense fight of BKFC history.
Right.
He knocked you down, and you had your 8 count, or how do you say?
Yeah, 8 count.
And you, with one punch, knocked him the fuck out.
Sleep.
He was like this.
He was snoring.
Sleep.
And he fought on your card this past weekend.
Yes,
he was the main event.
Yeah.
How did he look?
To me, personally, from my just me, he looked bad. He looked overweight, out of shape. He had his hands on his hips. He was gasping for air. He made a lot of mistakes that he never would have been able to get away with. He can throw punches, but everybody can. He landed a clean shot that cut the guy. I saw, but he was ready to quit. Eric Lozano came back in like the 3rd round and looked a little fresh and started piecing him up. I was like, oh no, Mike Richman's done. But that's one thing. He has a lot of heart.
Yeah.
He will stay. He will stick it out. He will burn. He was dying.
Didn't he talk about retiring after?
He did retire. He retired.
He lost
and then he
2 in a
came
row.
back. He said it at the end of his fight. He said, yeah, after Lorenzo knocked me out and after Dave Mundell beat me, I just had to go away. But I know I still got more in me. And so I'm back. I applaud that. It's hard. It's hard to just quit. You've been fighting all your life. So I sent him a congratulations, and I'm glad he's back. But is he ready for me? Fuck no. No. That'll be the worst thing he could possibly do, even worse than fight me the first time. The worst thing he could do is call me out or try to get a rematch with me because he'll never fight again.
He needs to go down in weight.
He'll never fight
You
again.
think?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Richman needs to go down in weight. I like Mike. He's got a good style. But he needs to go down in weight if he wants to be a champion.
Anybody who this is, that sometimes you want to show someone a new sport. That fight is a perfect entry. Like that's your first crack pipe. Like check this.
Give me more.
shit out.
Give me more. That's the free
This
one.
is it.
That's the free one. You get that for free.
Yeah. It's a great fight. Okay, so who's Mick Terrell?
Mick Terrell is the unlucky heavyweight champion right now. This guy's got to be the unluckiest guy in the world. To see me on an 11-fight win streak, 9 knockouts in a row, coming for the heavyweight championship after defending the 185 title twice, then defending the 205 title twice, then challenging for the heavyweight belt. And then Arnold Adam falls out. He didn't even get hit. He falls out because he knows I'm the next fight.
Okay.
And so he gets the token belt. And he's like, yeah, I'm the champ now. Lorenzo's one of my favorite fighters, but I'll fight him. And then I'm like, okay, sign it up. Like, nah, this guy's about to get ran completely over. And I'm going to be the first ever 3-division world champion. And every weight class is on notice. I can just pop up anytime, anywhere and be like, ain't no champ unless I say so. Let's run it. And I made it happen.
Oh my! And do you know him? Have you seen him close? Is he a lot bigger?
Not a lot bigger. He's actually smaller than one of my sparring partner, Chris. He's about 6'3". He's about the same size as Chris Camozzi, honestly, just with a little bit more fat on him. I just fought a giant 6'3" guy, Chris Camozzi, for the heavyweight. For the cruiserweight championship. And I murdered him. It was all 5 rounds. They call it a split decision, but it was more that hometown love. I beat him up every minute of every round. And it won't be no different with this guy.
There's a video that I always see where a guy, I don't know who of your opponents was, that he won a fight. I guess you got in the on the ring, and he sucker punched
me.
Yeah. Who was that guy?
That is.
How can I look for that in
Hector
in
Lombard.
YouTube?
Hector Lombard.
Go. They just put a nice promo. Go play the
Yeah,
promo
go
on
to BKFC
BKFC
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, they put a
that's
sweet-ass
Hector
promo.
Lombard, the Cuban that came
Cuban
from
assassin.
Bellator, and he was a mean dude, a really mean, nasty dude. He just didn't like me because he didn't know me, and he's saying, you ain't nothing. I don't gotta fight you. You're a nobody.
Yep.
And I showed him, bro. There's more skills than what you know. I am the best in the world.
Okay, chequense esto.
Lorenzo hunted the ring. Oh, shit! Ain't no nothing, you ain't nothing. You ain't fucking nothing, motherfucker. You ain't no shit.
Me and Elvin doing our thing.
Goddamn.
Whoop him up.
Fuck yeah.
That's
so
a
gangster,
good one, ain't
dude.
it?
Gangster.
Me and Elvin did our thing. We got ready for that fight, and I beat him coming and going. Everything he thought. I was countering his thoughts. When he thought about punching me, I punched him in the face. Don't think that stupid ass thought. Yeah, it was.
What a great sport.
Yeah.
I mean, while I was looking for that video, I saw this picture about a fight this weekend. Look at this
that. Yeah.
shit.
Lit.
Yeah. And the girl fights are awesome too. You
Yeah.
know, Christine Ferrer is the women's world champion. She's no joke.
They got a different angle. Of mine.
Yeah, she be
of
when
mine
she
knock
beat
out up
their
top.
ass, it looked like domestic violence.
Let's watch this.
Monday comes, but whenever Monday
Oh.
comes, you find me crying all the time. Monday.
Who's your daddy? Why the fuck you didn't do the dishes?
He's like, he keeps trying to block. I'm like playing whack.
Where's my supper? Clean your room.
When did you know you had him?
Oh,
in the first.
Because
Right
well,
hand?
at first I was like, is he out? But when I started I was blasting him. Like a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah. And the only people that say that I don't hit hard are the people that have never been hit by me. When you get hit by me, you're like, oh, well, man, he does hit hard. I'm like, yeah, I'm fast and I'm gonna hit you hard too. But like, I was hitting him so hard that he wasn't reacting. I'm like, he's not even reacting to how hard I'm hitting him. He's done.
He's fucking done.
But you know what? The first fight Trout had in BKFC, I don't know. I saw it. And I remember writing a message
That's
to
a
you
good
like,
fight for me.
This guy looks like you. Because he does something with his head. Like, it seems from the audience that he's not looking. And when you throw your punches, sometimes it seems like you're not looking.
Yeah.
Oh, he can see you.
No, I know.
I can
But
see you.
I think it's a great matchup.
No, I think that's really the best matchup right now. I'm the best competition in BKFC for that guy. And I mean, if they put us in that 16-foot ring, it's not going to be 10 minutes. There's no way. But I'm sure they're going to give him space to dance around. But if they put him in there, anybody that put in there, I mean, me and Palomino got belts. You could put Palomino's little ass in there with me. And if you're in that ring, you're going to see what happened to him. You know, he ain't going to be able to run or stall. Not in that ring.
Ahí lo tienen, señoras y señores. The 27th of April, that's going to be a Friday, right?
Saturday.
Saturday, 27th of April. Download the BKFC app. It's really super user-friendly. I think it's super cheap. Download it. Have a great fight night. Buy it in your house. Invite your friends. And not only for Lorenzo, the whole card. This is an insane sport.
Yeah.
It looks different. It looks like a spectacle. It's gladiator
it's
shit.
The top three fights on this card is Mike Perry versus Thiago Alves.
Yes.
Me versus Mick Terrell for the heavyweight championship. Then they got Todd Duffy.
That's the Mike Perry card.
That's the Mike Perry. Yeah,
Todd Duffy's
That's
fighting the big
Todd
man.
Duffy is fighting Ben
Ben
Rothwell.
Rothwell.
So
Yeah.
this card is gonna be crazy. But I'm telling you, you know me. You know I'm a show off. My fight gonna be the only fight they talking about after this shit is over. They gonna be like, this guy is crazy.
Okay. I hadn't
Realized?
Yeah. Mike, I hated Mike Perry.
Nah,
Because I was on Team Julian Lane.
Yeah.
Because he was the BKFC guy.
Yeah, me too.
But he's such a great promoter.
Yeah.
And who do you have on this fight?
I got Mike on this fight. It's gonna be a good fight because when Thiago was here, he was a terrorist.
Yes.
He would push the pace. He landed good shots. He damn near killed Yuli Diaz, and people were crying in the stands.
Yeah.
So he got the right name. That's the pit bull. He's definitely a pit bull. He's definitely a dog. So this is gonna be crazy. But Mike just got something to him. The more you hit him, the stronger he gets. And so that's kind of crazy because you think you're winning, and he's getting better and better as the fight goes on. So I'm just interested to watch it, but won't no fight. Like, they call him the king of violence, but after what I do to Mick Terrell, there won't be no question who's the real king of motherfucking violence. It's Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt with 9 knockouts in a row.
He has a belt that has king of violence. That's like the BMF of BKFC.
Yeah.
So is this for a belt?
Yes.
No. His title?
Yes.
No.
This fight right here, Perry Alves.
No. I mean, unless you call it the BMF belt,
Is he
neither one of
interested
them
in the
are
title?
actually champions.
No, they're fighting for that king of violence.
I have the
though.
belt. Is he interested? I have the belt. I don't think so.
That's not a good financial
decision. That's not a good financial. That's not a good life decision.
Would you like that fight?
I mean, you know, me and Mike Perry train together, so he's a really cool dude. He's really good. He's learning. But I'm older, I'm bigger, I'm faster, I'm stronger. It's a bad fight. You know what I mean? It's just like me and Mike Richman. It's like something crazy is going to happen. But I think he's doing really good. I think he's doing really good for the promotion, bringing a bunch of eyes to the promotion. The more people watch him, the more people watch me. So honestly, I shy away from shattering that. Okay. You know what I mean? Because if you put us in there together, I won't have a choice. You know,
I talked about your fight with Richman, like the first pipe crack.
Yeah.
A fight that really, a thing that really creeped me out was the
lip
teeth breaking with Luke Rockhold.
Yeah. My teeth broke too when I fought.
I can't keep going. My teeth broke inside the
gums.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah. He did a lot of things wrong. It almost made it seem like Luke Rockhold never boxed before. He turned his face toward the punch. As he was punching, he did like this. Is that a punch? So it was like a crash. And then, it
smells like knuckles.
Yeah, like, what is that? Like, what is that? And I was thinking to myself, like, oh my God, he did not know what he was getting himself into. A lot of the MMA guys, they walk around super big, I was in the UFC, I'm a fighter. This is different.
Yes.
This is different.
Very different.
Yeah, if you don't respect it, you're going to get hurt.
What do you think about Eddie Alvarez in BKFC?
I like Eddie. I would love to fight Eddie. He can make weight 165. He could do it. I would love to fight Eddie.
I mean, you even see what happened to Eddie.
Yeah.
It's like, I can do this sport, Until
a
person start punching you on your shit with no gloves.
I
got a little bit more punching experience. You on your nose.
But he does look the part.
He
more than Luke Rockhold.
Yeah.
Well,
he got
my uneducated opinion.
That short Philly boxing style. He was punching Mike Perry pretty good, but he beat his face a couple of times and he was like, I quit. And that's what a bare knuckle will do. It will make you quit. I don't want to play anymore.
Break your heart. Yeah.
I don't want it. Don't do it again, please. And that's what it is. These guys will get tested for their heart, true heart. Me, I don't even know whether there's gloves or not. I don't care. I'm moving no matter what. If you move, I move. If you hit me, I don't know because I'm hitting you. I'm busy right now. So I don't even register that you punch me. I'm going to keep punching you in your face until you quit or go to sleep on the job.
Put me down.
Yeah.
Put him down. You got to, because I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. I got my teeth knocked out too.
In BKFC?
When I fought Caleb Harris for the title, he broke my teeth too. He broke my
lower teeth.
Yeah, but it's from the vibration. But
everybody got that work. Look, I got my teeth.
But I was laughing about it.
I have my shit.
I'm made for the sport, so I was like, "You broke my teeth."
Jesus! Been broke before too. I got fake ones in too.
If you're not ready for that, you can't fight bare knuckle. Listen,
it was hurtful to see it.
Listen, I had to pull this tooth out. Okay, I had to pull this tooth out.
Pull it out yourself.
And I didn't want to pull it out. I was worried about like how it's gonna look. Okay, and then I went to a fight and I seen Britain Hart. She pulled all her teeth out because she got all her teeth knocked out in the fight and she still won. She's the champ.
Yeah.
And when I see that, I'm like, man, I gotta stop being a bitch.
When Luke Rockhold quit, when he quit like that, bro, I've felt my tooth in my mouth. I'm trying not to swallow it while I'm still kicking your ass.
Britain Hart was here, right?
She was just here. She was here for the end of my training camp, and she helped. She was in the corner the whole time. She was there the whole time, part of the team. We had an awesome team going into this fight, And Britton Hart and Lorenzo came right at the last part of my training camp, and they pushed me right over the edge. I was dying. I'm like, bro, I gotta take a rest today because they were just that little bit extra, just to even the mental focus, and then it just pushed me just over the edge, and it was perfect. It was perfect. It's perfect. You know, these guys are my training partners for a long time, and we all have a special relationship with each other. We all love each other as friends. We're like family. We celebrate holidays and everything together. So it's like this is a real special moment for all of us.
Señoras y señores, BKFC. Pelea a puño pelado. No se pierdan este evento el 27 de abril. Un eventazo. Lorenzo Juggernaut Hunt va a estar enfrentándose con Mick Terrill este próximo sábado 27. Este sábado. This next Saturday is 420, folks.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Have a blast. Next Saturday, have another blast. BKFC app, download it. It's very easy, very fan friendly.
Me dice si la va a ver para venir a verla contigo.
¿Cuándo, lo más seguro, dónde te seguimos, Brito?
Bareknuckle Bandido on Instagram o Elvin Brito, you know. Dios quiera peleamos pronto. Hopefully, so we're waiting. I'm ready to go. So whenever they call me again, we're ready to go.
Ponte esto, Bareknuckle Bandido, señores.
Yep,
Se escribe
Bareknuckle
así.
Yep.
Bareknuckle Bandido.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And definitely follow me, you know, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt.
Yep.
It's Lorenzo Hunt or just the Juggernaut Hunt on Instagram. We doing big things. We promoting. We having a blast. We traveling the world. We looking to go to Saudi Arabia, go to Dubai next, Hong Kong. I'm going to travel the world just beating guys' faces in and having fat and making memes about it. And
There's a lot of money in Saudi Arabia.
yeah, a lot of money, man.
Sigan a The Juggernaut Hunt, se escribe así. Y síganme a mí, Chenti Drach. Los quiero y hasta la próxima.
Yeah.
¡Suave, gorillo!